Good evening, televiewers. You're welcome to today's edition of Prime Hour on My Media Prime. We are very sorry for the late start, and this edition is dedicated to discussing the increasing dismantling of fake breweries that are being erected in our respective neighborhoods. We're going to be looking at its implications for our health as citizens of Cameroon, as well as on the economy of this nation. We also are going to be questioning on the motivations for Cameroonians to engage in activities like this when they know that this activity is going to certainly have an impact on the health of those who are going to be consuming it. But how do we even imagine that this is taking a rise within our communities when there are structures that are expected to monitor and dismantle them? We are discussing this with our panelists who are in the house. Many were caught in traffic, very difficult to leave all the way from Bonaberry over to Fengudon in Koto after Bonamusadi. We are glad to have you in the house with us, Mr. SHUNEH SIAKA. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Kum. Good evening, Senior Barrister ASHU, and good evening to my fellow panelists. I'm delighted to be here to give my own quarter and contribution towards bringing quality control and quality analysis and assuring Cameroonians that we have to fight for them to be able to have products of good quality to consume in this nation, because as a matter of fact, it's high time that we dismantle all these fake companies that are producing fake products that's affecting the health of Cameroonians. It's high time we work for the interests of this nation.
We also are in the company of AUREOLE Chumi, who is here on behalf of the CPDM party. Monsieur AUREOLE, good evening and welcome. Bonsoir et bienvenue.
Bonsoir, merci de l'honneur que vous nous faites d'être sur votre plateau pour participer à cet échange. Bonsoir à mes co-panélistes et bonsoir à tous ceux qui nous écoutent et qui nous regardent à la maison.
We also are in the company of Senior Barrister EMMANUEL. He is the National President of the Reform Party. Good evening. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Leo. Good evening. Good evening to all the members and sympathizers of Reform Party. Good evening to your esteemed viewers. I hope we're going to have an interesting event.
I'll start with you, Mr. SIAKA. We are talking about the phenomenon that is becoming the more disturbing and also frightening, because anywhere I sit around town now, I wonder where what I'm going to consume is being produced and by who. How do we understand the fact that this phenomenon or activity is moving on an increase or on the rise?
Yes, Mr. Kum, it's really disturbing. As a matter of fact, it's really disturbing to me as a person, considering that I am a quality analysis and quality control inspector.
Okay.
I always tell my friends I'm a jack of all trades and master of all. I have at least 25 years experience as a quality analysis and quality control inspector. It's really disturbing that Cameroonians consume goods that have not been analyzed in terms of quality and assurance. And the high rate at which these type of products are proliferating our markets is really disturbing. And I begin to wonder the role played by ANOR. ANOR is a national agency for quality analysis and quality control. And ANOR has satisfied itself to sit in their bureaus in Yaoundé and wait for companies to come and certify their products. Meanwhile, I think their role and responsibility is to go down on the streets and monitor, evaluate companies, and even track down illegal companies that are producing goods and services that are not certified and qualified, and shut them down. It's really disturbing, because when you go to our hospitals, if you see a lot of Cameroonians are on dialysis. Dialysis not because they created it, but because they consume products that were not analyzed in the laboratories, and because of their ignorance they buy it in the markets, and it causes a lot of health situations in this country. And we have the Association de Consommateurs. What is their role? Is their role just to denounce? I think their role is not only to denounce. They should go down into the quarters, into the nooks and crannies, and try to dismantle all these companies and report them to state authorities so that they should be reprimanded. As a matter of fact, it's really disturbing, Mr. Kum, and I think that it's high time we raise an alarm for all these associations and bodies that are meant to control quality analysis and quality control of products that are produced in this country, so that Cameroonians' health situation can be on control.
Oui, Monsieur Auriol, est-ce que vous êtes inquiet quand vous vous asseyez pour consommer de la bière ou le vin ou le whisky? Est-ce que ça vous effraie par rapport à ce qui se passe chaque jour? Il y a découverte d'un truc artisanal qu'on fabrique, soit la bière ou autre.
Bon, il faut dire qu'il y a un pullulement sur le marché africain et sur le marché camerounais de produits issus de la contrebande, issus également de la contrefaçon. C'est une façon de faire d'un certain nombre d'opérateurs véreux qui aujourd'hui pensent que, au lieu de continuer à exercer dans le domaine, par exemple, du trafic de la drogue, il vaut mieux entrer dans la contrefaçon, dans la contrebande, dans les produits, le trafic illicite et même le commerce illicite. Mais je ne suis peut-être pas très d'accord avec l'analyste quand il dit que l'ANOR ne fait rien, que l'ANOR reste dans le bureau. Non, je crois qu'à partir même de la plateforme numérique de l'ANOR, on peut clairement voir un certain nombre d'enquêtes publiques qui ont été menées par cet organisme qui a son niveau de travail. C'est parce qu'en réalité, le problème est beaucoup plus macro que cela. C'est-à-dire que les images de ces dernières semaines et les commentaires qu'on en fait sur les réseaux sociaux donnent à croire que c'est un problème typiquement camerounais. Non, 10% du marché mondial, et là je parle sous votre contrôle, 10% du marché mondial sont infectés par la contrebande et la contrefaçon. Mais au niveau de l'Afrique, des pays du tiers-monde, le marché est infecté entre 30 et 80%. C'est-à-dire que c'est énorme. Tout ce qu'on consomme aujourd'hui, pratiquement, vous imaginez, qu'on vous dise que 30 à 80% sont issus de la contrebande ou de la contrefaçon. Vous avez plusieurs prototypes dans pratiquement tous les domaines, que ce soit dans le domaine pharmaceutique. Vous avez le cas par exemple du Ghana, 550 millions de médicaments interceptés par la douane. 550 millions de médicaments interceptés par la douane au Ghana. Vous avez au Nigeria 150 000 emplois pratiquement qui ont été perdus dans le domaine du textile. Vous voyez que tous les secteurs sont...
Oui, mais ma question est, est-ce que vous êtes inquiet?
Bien sûr, il y a de quoi être inquiet. Tout le monde a... Écoutez, en tant qu'humain, on a besoin d'être inquiet parce que quand vous prenez les chiffres du Cameroun, vous voyez que le Cameroun, en termes de courbe, de croissance du cancer, le Cameroun ne s'est jamais autant mal porté. Parce que depuis ces 10 dernières années, plusieurs opérateurs sont aujourd'hui amenés ou appelés tous les jours, à se dire non, on va faire notre enrichissement à notre manière, au-delà des lois, au-delà de l'encadrement textuel, de l'architecture textuelle, de tout ce que l'État peut mettre en marge pour contrecarrer leurs actions. Ils se portent plutôt bien.
Ils se portent plutôt bien. Senior Barrister ASHU EMMANUEL, how do we explain the fact that this certainly has been ongoing for some time, and it is today that we find some of them being dismantled?
Thank you, Mr. Liu. You see, I remember as far back as 2000, attempts had been made to stop, I think, Batula from producing the sachet whiskey. Later on, they came back, they bounced back, and we saw the thing in the market again. And after them, so many other brands came up, and I want to agree with him because those things are coming up. They're either counterfeit, the other counterfeit products, or they are products which are being manufactured illegally by some people. So when you look at the way the things are being manufactured, you understand that my friend over there may be right to say ANOR is not really doing a very good job. Because if they were doing a good job, I don't see how this whiskey, this sachet whiskey is being hawked along the streets. Almost every street has it. And then you have a national regulatory authority which, as he says, is doing its job. If it is doing its job, why are these people hawking this whiskey that we all know is illicit? It is harmful for, well, I'm a Muslim, I don't drink whiskey. But the people who consume it, they are at risk, at very high risk. Number one, the plastic that is used as a container is highly toxic. Number two, what are the ingredients used to produce this? In fact, like you were saying, quality control. First of all, what did they use to produce the whiskey? Is it sugarcane? Is it banana? What is it? Is it cocoa? Because we know that Odontol, our 4x4, our local whiskey, is being refined by some people and put inside sachets. You see? You will not take it as Odontol because that one is too harsh and kills people. But this one that they put in the market, under what conditions are these things produced? I remember the gendarmes, I don't know if we should in Douala here. They broke into a certain compound where they found Guinness being produced.
Yes.
A small Guinness factory.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Who certified this unit as a production unit? What are they using to produce Guinness? You see, that is where the problem is, because the products that are being used may contain germs, may contain harmful substances to the human body. And if no laboratory, no control laboratory has passed there, I don't see how you can tell me that that thing can be good for human consumption. So, in fact, I'm really disturbed to see this type of thing existing. I would like ANOR not only to stay in the offices and do paperwork, they should liaise with the police and come down to the streets and maybe get some of these vendors to take them to where they get their supplies. That can be easy. You easily track down the producers and make sure that you shut down those illegal units. If you do that one, then you are adding some small plus to the security, the sanitary security of the population. Otherwise, all these people who drink that sachet whiskey, look at the bike riders. Many people blame bike riders and say, oh, they are crazy. But what makes them crazy? Sachet whiskey. They don't hide it. As they are riding, you see the sachet whiskey inside in between their lips. They are sucking and going. That is the reason why they do what they are doing. They are the police. I mean, they jam you and they're the first to insult you. You touch one of them, 1,000 come. You see, so it is all because of this type of drug that they take. And there is nobody to control or stop the production or the proliferation of these substances. Yes,
Mr. SIAKA, how easy is it to detect and arrest the situation? Because they produce them, like Senior Barrister said, you have Guinness products, and a host of others that are produced. We have whiskey that looks so when packaged like the original. How do you identify the real from the fake in the market? Because you say, I know it's not doing the job, but how do you easily identify these things in the market?
Mr. Kum, what an interesting question. I will start by edifying my fellow panelists that it's not about defending the interests of the government. It's about defending the interests of Cameroonians. And that I am a full-fledged defender of the government of the New Deal. So I'm talking about the interests of Cameroonians and not the interests of my party. This question goes, your question is very interesting. Mm-hmm. We have a deficiency in human resources in terms of quality analysis and quality control in this country. We don't have any institution that trains quality analysis and quality analysts and quality assurance controllers in this country. I'm talking because I was trained in Cambridge, United Kingdom, and it's very expensive to have a certification in quality control. So I know what my family went through for me to come out with this certification. It is not at the disposition of every Cameroonian to have this certification. It's very expensive, it's over 10 million. So coming to this, we are lauding the initiative of this government to be able to come out with quality analysis and quality control institutions in this country so that they can train Cameroonians, because ANOR in the first place lacks experts in quality analysis and quality control. You will not collect people from ENAM and stock in ANOR and thinking that they can know quality analysis and quality control when they have not been trained. It's a speciality. So that is the first problem. Then secondly, we need to enlighten and train Cameroonians right from the base to be able to detect between good products and bad products that they consume. Because you bear with me that you have a product in the market. I don't want to destroy any product of any company around, but you collect a product, people don't look at the notice of products before they consume. Right. And when you start looking at the notice of products, you understand that we have to put these companies under scrutiny because they use scientific names of, let's say, sugar. Because marketing, if you go on TV stations, there are a lot of fake marketing. You know, marketing, the intention of marketing is to lure the mind of the consumer and to give them fake information about a product that they want to sell, and the intention is to derive dividend. They have no interest in trying to check that the repercussions on your health when you consume their products. So it is very diverse, and I think that the government should give ANOR the opportunity to use Cameroonians who are trained. That is to say, ANOR should press on the government to be able to open a quality control institute in this country in terms of nutrition, in terms of quality analysis in materials. Look, let me give you a simple example. If you see, it has gone well in Douala where store buildings are crumbling every day. Store buildings are crumbling every day. Licenses have been given to Indians who are producing steel, iron rods for the building of houses, and you see that the references are not respected. You have FE 400 and you have FE 500 in terms of building rod steels, but mark you where you see they put FE 400, take it to a quality control lab, it is less than FE 200. Where you see FE 500, it is not FE 500, it is around FE 300. And when you use it in terms of quality analysis and you raise a story building, that's why you see houses are crumbling down. I mean that the government have good intentions, but ANOR should reinforce its quality control on the companies who are producing these materials.
ANOR should enforce their stuff. Hello, good evening. So I'm voting for Azeri Credit Union for one of the best is okay. Ibrahim lives in Bamenda. Like we announced on Monday, we're going to be receiving your votes across the week, so that on Friday we are announcing which is the viewer's choice best credit union in Cameroon. So keep the votes coming as we are going to be reading them out also. This one says, I vote Bamumbu Credit Union. Hillary Kendall writing from USA. Alu Cooperative Credit Union is the best. Mani Cordelia from Boya says, I'm voting from Bamumbu Credit Union. This one says Azeri Cooperative Credit Union. This one says, I go for Bamumbu Credit Union. I vote 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 for Azeri Credit Union. I vote for Bamumbu. Bamumbu. I vote for Bamenda Police Cooperative Credit Union. This one says, I vote for Mitakul. That is Mitanian Credit Union. This one says, I vote for Alu Cooperative Credit Union. This one says, I vote for Alu Cooperative Credit Union. This one goes for Bamenda Police Cooperative Credit Union, Bambo Cooperative Credit Union. This one says Self-Reliance Credit Union is the best credit union. Okay. This one says Nkwen Cooperative Credit Union is the best. Okay. This one goes for Alu. This one says Azeri. This one goes for Bamumbu. I vote for Azeri Cooperative Credit Union. This one says I vote for Azeri Cooperative Union. Bamumbu Cooperative Credit Union. This one goes for Menka Green Valley Cooperative Credit Union. I vote for Azeri Credit Union. Bamenda Police Cooperative Credit Union. Bamumbu Cooperative Credit Union. Okay, keep the votes coming. Monsieur à Lyon, oui. Est-ce que tout ça se passe dans les quartiers, non? Est-ce que les populations aussi sont complices? Parce que ça se passe et les gens voient et personne ne dénonce.
Non, je ne dirais pas que les gens ne dénoncent pas. Écoutez, il y a qu'aujourd'hui, de nombreux Camerounais ont appris à mettre en pratique une sorte de, je ne sais pas si on va appeler ça proverbe ou citation, man your own business.
Oui, mais c'est la complicité.
Voilà, ça dit que fais ce que... Non, ce n'est pas une complicité. Écoutez, occupe-toi de tes oignons. Beaucoup de gens sont dans cette logique. Mais il y a quand même une collaboration qui est faite avec les forces de maintien de l'ordre. Vous allez vous rendre compte que quand vous regardez au niveau de la douane, le chef de l'État, son Excellence Paul Biya, a mis sur pied une commission opérationnelle qui travaille. C'est Alcomi. Mais vous vous rendez compte que le travail qui a été mené par Alcomi, halte au commerce illicite, entre 2020 et 2022, pour la plupart, la base, l'origine, ce sont les dénonciations des populations. Mais les gens ont peur parce qu'il s'agit de la mafia. Quand vous regardez le dispositif qui a été découvert à Bafoussam, par exemple, vous comprenez que c'est pas... On ne se lève pas un bon matin comme ça pour dénoncer ce type de personnes. Il faudrait que l'on s'entoure d'un certain nombre de garanties. C'est-à-dire, par exemple, que est-ce qu'en partant dit aux policiers, est-ce qu'en partant dit aux gendarmes, le jour où le gendarme sera en train d'opérer, ne viendra pas me citer comme témoin. Je n'ai pas envie d'avoir affaire à cette mafia. Parce que c'est la mafia. Vous voyez, par exemple, le monsieur qui est en train de fabriquer des faux produits. Lui, il fait pratiquement ce qu'on peut appeler la contrefaçon non servile. C'est-à-dire que la contrefaçon servile, il le reproduit à l'identique, les produits Guinness. C'est la contrefaçon servile. C'est extrêmement dangereux. Le problème n'est pas que les Camerounais n'aient pas le droit d'avoir des usines, des entreprises à la maison ou derrière les maisons. Mais il faut que ces Camerounais comprennent que dès le moment où vous vous lancez dans la contrebande, dans la contrefaçon, vous êtes déjà en marge de la loi. Il y a eu ici à côté de Bao, dans Douala 5e, j'étais journaliste titulaire dans une chaîne de télévision à Bonakwama et j'ai pendant 3 mois mené une enquête, une investigation qui avait abouti au démantèlement de cette entreprise-là. C'est-à-dire qu'une entreprise qui a recruté du personnel, qui a des tricycles, les mototricycles, avec des jeunes Camerounais qui vendent des produits issus de la contrefaçon. Il y avait du lait, il y avait des yaourts, et tous ces produits étaient faits avec de la mauvaise eau. C'est-à-dire que sur place, ils avaient creusé une sorte de puits et c'est là-bas que tout le monde, vous entrez là et les gens travaillaient torse nu. Et il a fallu près de 3 ans pour comprendre plus tard que, et attention, je vais vous dire quelque chose qui va peut-être vous déranger en tant que journaliste. Ce monsieur payait des publicités à la télévision et à la radio. Il avait en marketing ce que l'expert appelait le packaging. C'est-à-dire que c'est très beau quand on regarde là, c'est beau, c'est bien, mais derrière, ce sont des produits de mauvaise qualité. Ce sont des produits contrefaits. Ce sont des produits qui causent une sérieuse atteinte à la santé humaine. Et c'est pourquoi il est important que les populations s'y mettent. Ça ne devrait pas seulement être une affaire de l'État. Ça ne devrait pas être seulement une affaire de la Nord. Il faut s'y mettre. Il faudrait que, au niveau local, que les collectivités territoriales décentralisées, les communes, aussi jouent leur rôle. Parce que quand on parle de la Nord, c'est bien, mais l'expert le dit, et je ne suis pas très contre ce qu'il dit. En termes d'antenne, la Nord a combien de représentations? C'est
exactement ce qu'il dit.
C'est exactement ce qu'il dit. La Nord a combien de représentations? Il faudrait que, au niveau local, que les collectivités territoriales décentralisées soient impliquées. Parce que ça commence là-bas. Quand vous regardez, par exemple, au niveau de l'école, Mais il a dit quelque chose de pertinent là tout à l'heure. Il faut accepter ça. C'est-à-dire que, est-ce qu'aujourd'hui, quand vous regardez un enfant qui est allé à la boutique acheter un dentifrice et que le lendemain, l'enfant a des blessures à la bouche, l'enfant a des boursouflures partout, c'est simplement parce que l'enfant est arrivé et il ne s'est pas rendu compte que la marque My Prime Colgate, on a pris My Trime. On a mis la My Trime Colgate. L'enfant, lui, ne s'est pas rendu compte parce qu'on a pratiquement recopié avec la même couleur, avec la même identité visuelle. Et immédiatement, on se retrouve là. Et donc, on se retourne, nous, à notre niveau, pour parfois demander au ministère de la Communication d'insister avec le Conseil national de la publicité et même le Conseil national de la consommation. Parce que quand vous prenez un bus, je vais exagérer, vous prenez un bus, on a écrit Wi-Fi gratuit. Vous entrez, vous faites Douala Yaoundé, il n'y a pas de Wi-Fi.
Mais c'est écrit, c'est ça?
Oui, c'est écrit sur le bus Wi-Fi gratuit. Et ça ne semble déranger personne. Mais il faut pouvoir dire non, enlever la mention Wi-Fi gratuit.
Okay, I vote for TCHOUNG Cooperative Credit Union. The problem of Cameroon is that of morality. When those at the helm of the state thinks they can do whatever they and get away with it, the citizens tend to behave in that manner. These people producing these products don't consume them because they know the harm it can cause but sell it to others. This attitude cut across all walks of life in Cameroon because a woman cultivating huckleberry applies inorganic fertilizer to the one she is taking to the market but applies organic manure to the one being consumed at home. This is evil. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Kit Cool is the unbearable in Cameroon. Okay, Kit Cool is Kitiwum Credit Union Limited. It is the best choice one can have in the country. From Vero sends a writing from mile 5 in Ewane. Okay, everybody says theirs is the best. Best credit union is Azeri Cooperative Credit Union. This one says, I vote for Azeri Credit Union. Hello, Mr. Leo. Bab Cool is my best credit union in Cameroon because they are leading microfinance in innovation. Okay, Sydney from Bamenda. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Beatrice from Bengui. Vote from Bengui Credit Union. Okay, this one says Menka Green Valley Cooperative Credit Union is the best. Menka Green Valley Cooperative Credit Union is the best. My name is Tofak Dilan Dendongmo from Boya. I vote for Alu Cooperative Credit Union. My name is Asongaya Sylvie from Douala. I vote Alu Cooperative Credit Union. This one says Bamumbu Cooperative Credit Union. Good evening, Mr. Liu and crew. I appreciate you all. I vote for Bamenda Police Credit Union as the best. Okay, Yefon is writing from Yaoundé. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Arum Cooperative Credit Union is the best. It's very reliable. Okay, good evening. Tarkun Credit Union is the best. This one says my name is Madame Fabiola. I'm voting from I don't know. Good evening, watching from Dubai. Bafut Credit Union is the best. I vote. This one says I vote for Bamenda Police Credit Union. Bambu Cooperative Credit Union is the best. I vote for Babcool. Biggie Maureen writing from Amanda says I go for Babcool. Okay, good evening. I vote for Tarkun Credit Union. This one says I vote for Azeri Cooperative Credit Union. These acts are very dangerous to the health and not also good for our economy. They are happening in our communities. Is it the fact that laissez-faire, like he says, or we are helpless and also are benefiting? Maybe the guy who is doing this thing is providing water or something, and then we tend not to want to expose him.
Well, Mr. Liu, there are two situations one has to differentiate here. There are companies there are enterprises that produce these harmful substances under license. Well, they pay their taxes. Normally, they're under license. Well, nobody goes there to control. But there are others who are actually underground. They don't pay anything to anybody. Council doesn't know them. Taxation doesn't know them. Commerce does not know them. Industry doesn't know them. In fact, when you go to where these things are produced, you cannot even tell what product is coming out of the factory. and most of the supplies leave the factory at night. So you see, it's a difficult thing it's actually difficult to depict that type of category of fraudsters, because you don't a prima facie see what they are doing. You know that something is being produced here. What is it? You cannot tell, because all the products come out sealed, and they come out at a very ungodly hour. Nobody's around there to see. So you only find these things in the market. The thing is so well organized. They carry the thing out and then distribute to people who put it in the market. In that case, in fact, I will not blame the authorities, because the population that sees that type of activity should do well to indicate to some authorities that, look, there's somebody here producing something we don't know. We only see cartoons coming out. We don't know what is inside these cartoons. We don't know whether it is we don't see any government official coming here. So we don't know whether this business is licit or illicit. The population should help the government by denouncing those type of enterprises, those type of activities. And you see, it concerns the health of everybody. You don't know who will consume that product. You don't know. You can go to school. If your friend's child brings one of those things, maybe he can have 5, he distributes. If it is toxic, you have 5 children dying. So it concerns everybody. You see, people should be conscious of the fact that this is public health we are talking about. If you see anything that is suspicious being produced in an area, and you cannot tell whether this product, this is yogurt being produced or it is shoe polish, please call the attention of the authorities so that somebody who is competent can go down and find out what is happening in that place, because in that way you will be saving lives.
Okay, that way you'll be saving lives. Oops, the votes are coming in their numbers. On Friday, we're going to announce who our viewers. Yeah, nothing is happening in this quarter brewery. It's live, so our viewers are going to tell us who they feel is the best credit union.
No,
yes,
it is tribalistic.
Good evening, I vote for Bamumbo Credit Union. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Mitakul is the best. I vote for Azeri Cooperative Credit Union. This one says I vote for Alu Cooperative Credit Union. This one says I vote for Ntarikun Cooperative Credit Union. Mr. SIAKA, now how do we understand that Cameroonians would increasingly engage in these activities, knowing the possible harmful effects these products have on the population?
Yes, Mr. Leo, I would start by saying that it is a serious conspiracy.
Okay.
A conspiracy because I trust in the clairvoyance of this government, but it doesn't mean that everything that they do is perfect. I know they also have their shortcomings. Where are the market masters that we used to have in those days? And what was the role of the market master? The market master ensured that everything that came into the market was of good quality, and that all the shops in the market will pay their taxes. Today the market masters have gone. Decentralization, the shortcomings of decentralization, we were trying to ameliorate to make sure it is perfect. People who manage the markets today don't have expertise in detecting fake quality products coming into the market. Then notwithstanding, they also conspire because avarice, the love for money, has gone above our consciences. Let us install back market masters. Today we are having a gross exaggeration of cost of products in the markets, because we used to have price control that used to go down. They pretend like citizens that they want to buy, and if they are selling a cube of Maggi for 20 francs and you are selling it for 30 francs, they are going to seize and seal your store. Today they instead conspire with the traders and collect their share and allow it to go on, and Cameroonians are suffering. I am talking about administrative tolerance. All these things are happening because of administrative tolerance. And I want to seize this opportunity to call on the Minister of Territorial Administration in the person of His Excellency Paul Atanganji, that's a shrewd administrator and a shrewd intellectual in whom I trust, to reinforce his control over the national territory. If not, Cameroonians are going to die of ill health. I want to say that people have lost consciences. They are no longer morally upright to the point where they think that their love for money is above their love for their fellow mankind. You imagine that a Bayam Selam will leave here and go to Njombe Penja and buy plantains, and because they know Cameroonians like ripe plantains so much, they will decide to come and soak the green plantains into formol so that it should get ripe the very next day, and then they will sell it at very high cost, and that's the consequence. We're having cancer all over. These are things that are happening in our markets. We must say it here. They are true. And I think that it is high time we take stringent measures to stop all this cacophony for the interest of the herd of Cameroonians.
Vivian, Nene watching from Cambe, I vote for Bab Cool, I vote for Azeri Cooperative Credit Union. Frank from Amenda, I vote for Ntarikon. I vote for Bab Cool, I vote for Isimbi Credit Union. This one says Azeri Cooperative Credit Union is the best. Lastly, I vote for Unkwen Cool, they are the best. I vote for Mekul Bafmen Credit Union, okay. I vote for Guzang Credit Union, okay. I vote for Bamenda Police Cooperative Credit Union. Me Francis says, good evening, Mr. Liu, I vote for Lobe Credit Union, okay. Good evening, Mr. Liu, I vote for Bamumbu Credit Union. I vote for Menka Green Valley Cooperative Credit Union. Good evening, Mr. Liu, this is Ache Amos Bong from Likumba. I vote for Azeri Cooperative Credit Union. I vote for Ejagam Credit Union, Southwest Benin. Good evening, I'm called Nocha Nelly in Bamenda. I vote for Azeri Cooperative Credit Union. It's interesting because we get to learn about all of the existing credit union, but to note that Azeri Cooperative Credit Union, you have Mitanyen, we have Alu, we have Menka, and then you have okay, after Azeri we have Babkul, we have Mitakul, and we have
microfinance.
Yes, Ntarikun is also there. And now
there's a difference.
Ceux qui vendent ces trucs, qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire pour vraiment effrayer les gens, les Camerounais, à faire ce genre d'activité qui nuisent à la santé?
Il faut durcir le ton et durcir la loi. Parce que lorsqu'on prend quelqu'un, c'est comme si c'était son affaire à lui tout seul, alors que derrière c'est un réseau. Regardez par exemple aujourd'hui, les cafétérias, je ne le dis pas pour décourager les gens, mais j'ai découvert dans la profession de journaliste une action très néfaste sur la santé des Camerounais. Les boutiquiers ont le beurre par exemple, la mayonnaise, avec une date de péremption. Lorsque ça se périme, au lieu de prendre et de jeter, parce que c'est périmé, vous avez des responsables de cafétéria qui viennent acheter à un prix beaucoup plus bas. C'est-à-dire que si le seau de bon beurre coûte 15 000 francs, lui vient prendre le beurre périmé à peut-être 6 000 ou 7 000. Donc le boutiquier estime qu'il n'a pas perdu. Parce qu'au lieu de jeter, il a quand même gagné 7 000. Et maintenant, le gars va donc, celui qui a acheté, le gars de la cafétéria, parce que c'est difficile qu'on les contrôle, il prend le beurre là et il transvase dans le seau qui est encore, ou le seau où on a mis la date de péremption 2024. Il transvase à l'intérieur. Et quand tu arrives, tu lui dis Sobadio, donne-moi le demi-pain beurre, même mayonnaise, il te charge ça bien. Tu manges, tu te dis non, c'est encore bon, alors que tu es en train de manger un produit contrefait. Or, quand on vient pour un contrôle, on voit par exemple que son seau de beurre là, oui, c'est 2024, alors qu'à l'intérieur, ce n'est pas le cas. Il faut que des missions de contrôle soient périodiques. Pas plus tard qu'avant-hier, je suis entré dans un grand supermarché au carrefour ancien d'Alib et je m'apprêtais à prendre le savon liquide. Et sur la date, la date sur la bouteille, c'était périmé. Et j'ai dit à la femme de la caisse que je m'apprêtais, je ne voulais pas prendre ce savon-ci, je voulais prendre l'autre, mais tout ce que vous avez là-bas dans votre rayon, c'est périmé. Et elle m'a dit, je vais remonter l'information. Vous n'êtes pas sûr qu'elle va remonter. Donc, il faut durcir le ton. C'est un réseau. Quand vous regardez aujourd'hui le lait concentré sucré qu'il y a aujourd'hui en circulation sur le marché camerounais, le lait liquide là, qu'il y a aujourd'hui en circulation sur le marché camerounais, 80% sont issus de la contrefaçon. Ça vient du Bénin, du Niger, du Togo, parce que le Sénégal et le Bénin sont de très grandes portes d'entrée de ces produits au Cameroun. Il faut savoir que les frontières, c'est 1600 km. Les frontières sont assez poreuses. Et l'État ne peut pas tout faire. C'est pourquoi on dit que les collectivités territoriales décentralisées, les collectivités locales, doivent s'impliquer dans le jeu. Les populations doivent s'impliquer dans la lutte. Parce que quand vous regardez aujourd'hui le marché, comment il se porte, vous voyez qu'au niveau de l'administration centrale, il y a un travail qui est fait. Le gazon qui était ici au marché central pour les produits pharmaceutiques, le gazon n'existe plus. Ça, on a applaudi et il faut applaudir. Donc il y a un travail, mais que l'État seul ne peut pas faire. L'État seul ne peut pas faire. Quand vous regardez l'offre dans l'enseignement supérieur, qu'est-ce qui nous empêche véritablement de tourner vers la formation des analystes? Parce qu'il y a une filière au Cameroun, QSHE, je crois qu'on dit qualité, santé, hygiène, environnement. Mais ce n'est pas vraiment du contrôle analytique. Ce n'est pas vraiment ça. J'ai fait une mission dans une entreprise à Bonabiri lorsqu'il y a eu une fameuse affaire de produits de comprimés trouvés dans un lait. Je ne veux pas citer l'entreprise, mais nous sommes arrivés et on a trouvé que les experts que l'entreprise nous a présentés comme étant ceux qui goûtent les produits avant que ça ne parte sur le marché, quand vous regardez le CV des experts, c'est juste des gars qui sont là sur la base de leur expérience, au niveau de leur papier gustatif. Mais ce n'est pas des gars qui ont été véritablement formés dans des grandes écoles internationales en matière de contrôle de la qualité. Et ce qu'on appelle aujourd'hui filière QHSE au Cameroun, un peu de partout, il faut mettre un accent sur la formation, sur l'analyse, sur la qualité en matière de contrôle. Et l'État, à son niveau, a un certain nombre de dispositifs, mais que les collectivités territoriales décentralisées dans le cadre de la décentralisation doivent pouvoir accompagner.
Good evening, Mr. Ewane, the panelists in the studio. This problem of fake drinks is coming and becoming. Some produce the drinks without even tested by health practitioners, either here for health or harm. And if you witness critically, the fake drinks sales more because the prices of their products are moderate. Why? Because they pay less or not at all any tax. Anyhow, there is never a product without fakes. Not only breweries, including drugs too. God is our guidance and protector. Kudian Nestor writing from Limbe. Senior Barrister ASHU EMMANUEL. What is the impact of this activity for our economy, Cameroon?
Well, the impact is very, very visible because for the companies that are already existing and that have their licensed products, any company that comes to produce counterband, can produce fake drinks or fake products or imitate the ones that are existing is surely going to bring to cause a reduction in the sales of the existing of the licensed company. It's really bad because we are supposed to support local industries that produce, but if we allow products to come in like from Benin Republic or Nigeria or Senegal or any of those other countries, you take the example of Benson and Hedges. If somebody here is producing them, you have the same Benson and Hedges coming from Nigeria, the same coming from Equatorial Guinea, you find 3 basin hedges looking the same. You don't know which is the one that is authorized and which is the one that is not authorized. They all look the same. You see, so this is a killer to the local industry. Now we're talking about Guinness. Okay, you have Guinness producing dollar here. You have Guinness producing in Nigeria. When you take the two and put together, I mean, what's the difference? Take Malta Guinness. There are about 5 brands in the market. So which one is the authentic Malta Guinness? I think the government has to do something in that regard to educate the public as to which of these products is the authentic one. Because when you go to Santa Lucia, a crate of Malta Guinness will go for about 12,000. Go to the quarter, the same crate goes for 8,000. I mean, there is something wrong. You see immediately that the one being sold at Santa Lucia is not the same being sold in the quarter. 4,000 francs difference. There is a problem. So the local company that is producing that Malta Guinness that is in Santa Lucia is losing revenue because the shopkeepers in the quarter are selling the same product at a lower, 4,000 francs less for 1 carton.
Not the same quality.
We don't know about that. You see, we don't know. It is not possible that the people in the quarters buy from the same producer and they sell at 4,000 francs less. That is not possible. So, in fact, to answer your question, the existence of these counterfeit products, it brings about the doom of the local economy because the local factories that pay taxes, pay workers, pay rents and all that, pay high electricity bills and water bills, they end up having difficulty to meet up their overhead costs, and I think at the end of the year, most of them will not really make any profit. So it is better that the population should also try to help our local economy by consuming the products that come from the local industries that we know. If you take Coca-Cola, you see Brasserie is producing Coca-Cola. We all know it. But apart from that one, there are about 5 different brands of Coca-Cola in the market. Nobody is doing anything about it.
Okay.
So I think that the Ministry of Commerce should help in this regard, because you cannot have a local industry producing something that we all know. Then you don't protect it. You allow others to come in. And when we talk about the quality, the doubtful quality of those products coming in, this is where it comes to play. The other company, the one at My 29, that produces Supermount, yeah, they have their own Coca-Cola. That's what I know. But all these other ones coming in,
that one is American
who
Cola.
has certified them as being good? Something has to be done, sir.
I vote Bamenda Police Credit Union. Good evening, Mr. Leo. My name is Nausi James. I vote for Azeri Cooperative Credit Union. I vote for Azeri Cooperative Credit Union from my 4 Nkwen Bamenda, Mr. Leo. Good evening. Kudos to all the nice work you are doing. I vote for Baile Credit Union. Good evening. I vote for Tingo Credit Union. Good evening. This is Joe Robert. I'm enjoying the program. Okay, yes, I'm enjoying the wonderful program. I'm in Yaoundé. I vote for Santa Central Cooperative Credit Union. Boom Nui, right, votes for Bab Cool. Good evening, Mr. Leo. I vote for Ontaricon Credit Union. Photo Samuel writing from Kumba. Good evening. I vote for Mitanyan Credit Union, Claudette from Yaoundé. Good evening. I'm called Nocha Nelly. I vote for Azeri Cooperative Credit Union. This one says I vote for Ejagam Credit Union. Yes, wait, why are you laughing?
It's a tribal vote.
Yes, Mr. SIAKA.
Yes, sir.
A concern which I have also noticed, he said it, you go to the market, you see products with different brands, but very similar. And the population is just taken aback and would likely go for that which is cheaper. Should the government not also help to identify which one is authentic and then clean the market?
As we said, as I earlier said, it's a very difficult task for the government.
Yes.
We need the collaboration of the councils and the population to be able to clean our markets that has been flooded by these products and these illicit products. And we need a conscience building of our citizens. You know, we need to reinstitute a perfect civic education training to all Cameroonians right from the base, starting from our families, from our homes. Because they said we need to start building from our homes to our schools, from our schools to the society, and from society to the government institutions. You see this issue of fake branding. You will see Adidas, and then you will see Abidas, you see Adibas. What happens? You see, counterfeiting has become the order of the day, and they are all done by Cameroonians who live and move to nearby China, where in their communist system, this thing is not very well controlled. They are a capitalist system, they just want the money. Once you drop into China and you say you want to produce 1,000 or 100,000 Adidas t-shirts, as they collect their money, they produce and give you. But we have to control our borders, because all these products come in through our borders, and the customs are responsible to take care of this. We must have realized the fantastic job that was being done by Samuel Eto'o, the president of SIAKA Food, when he signed his contract with One Sports. You know, he went and also did some groundworks with the customs, and those who went to China and Southeast Asia and produced fake One Sports jerseys, they were all arrested at the port of entry. This implies that there is this tolerance for all the other products that come in, because if Eto'o didn't do the groundworks, Cameroon would have been flooded with fake One Sports products. It means that those who are responsible for the other sectors and those who have been given positions of responsibility to work at our border entries should make sure they do their job perfectly, because there is this complaisance in the exercise of their duties. When you see Adidas, and you know Adidas has not been, it's not a trademark that has been registered in OAP, how do you allow these products to come in? OAP now comes into play a role, meaning that OAP has to work in collaboration with all these government institutions, I mean the customs. And the customs have to know products that have been registered and approved with OAP. So, sorry? It's yes, OAP is in French. Yes, intellectual property rights. In French, it is OAP. Yes, so once OAP identify these products and work in collaborations with the customs, because first thing that they need to do is identify fake products that are in the market, then notify the customs that you are not supposed to allow these products to enter into this territory.
Yeah, but these structures who have the charge to regulate the market, we have the Ministry of Commerce and other institutions. They should also use the media to educate the people on what to do. Because we say that the population should denounce, but the population may also just see anything and will not know what to do.
Yes,
from education?
I concur with you, because it is said that my people suffer because of lack of knowledge, and it is very clear that let me say, without any proper analysis, that about 70% of Cameroonians are not able to distinguish between Adidas and Adidas. So the Ministry of Commerce, OAP, custom should be able to pay for public slots in TVs like My Media Prime, that's watched by over 70% of Cameroonians, so that they should be able to know to differentiate between fake products and true products, without which we are all working for the interest of this nation. We are trying to see that Cameroonians should be able to have access to good products, access to good medication, access to good drinks, access to good water, because we have forgotten that water is life, and we have companies behind our houses that are producing pure water, pure water that is of no good quality, and we concur we should be able to denounce. Once we are able to denounce these things, then we are working we are collaborating with the government and working for the interests of this nation, because the government cannot do it alone, and they are doing enough for Cameroonians to live in good health.
Okay. Chair Rene says, I vote for Bamenda Police Cooperative Credit Union. Good evening, Mr. Liu. And for me, the best credit union in Cameroon is Ejagam Financial Cooperative Credit Union. Barista, why are you laughing?
Barista dit que ce sont des votes tribaux.
I vote for Aziri.
ASHU Credit Union.
I vote for Aziri Credit Union as the best credit union in Cameroon. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Leo. I'm called Medolin. Concerning voting, I vote for Awin Cooperative Credit Union. Good evening, Mr. Leo and the crew. All the credit unions are under one league, so they manipulate members the same with high rates of interest. Nick Mba writing from Tico. Good evening, Prime. I am Oliver from Boya. I vote for Toleti Cooperative Credit Union. My name is Azemfak Shulestine from Yaoundé. I vote for Alu Cooperative Credit Union. I vote for Mokmbi Cooperative Credit Union. Good evening, Mr. Leo. While ISU Cooperative Credit Union is still coming up strongly, I vote for Ntarikon Cooperative Credit Union. I also pray for the people in ISU, especially those struck by the Nigerian Fulani killings. For the topic of today, fake things are everywhere around us, not only drinks, and we rely on God's protection. Government laws are there, but those employed virtually concentrate on private interests. Boni is writing from Boya. Good evening to you, Boni. My name is Anyere Thomas. I vote for TATCON Credit Union. I vote for Babcool Credit Union. Wow, I don't know where TATCON is. TATCON is in Bonaberry?
Yes, sir.
Okay. C'est okay. C'est vous qui venez de parler, non?
Non, c'est...
C'est lui, ok. Qu'est-ce que, d'après vous, est en train d'encourager ce qui se passe? Parce que chaque jour, il y a des démantèlements
de ces réseaux-là.
Oui. Est-ce qu'il y a un réseau qui entretient ça, ou ce n'est que le fait que les Camerounais sont aussi se cherchent?
Non, aujourd'hui, c'est beaucoup plus la course vers le gain facile. Okay. Écoutez, il y a un modèle qui a été construit en Afrique avec l'avènement des films à l'eau de rose, les séries novelas. Là. Oui, parce que, voyez-vous, quand l'analyste pense que des chaînes de télévision comme My Prime devraient être... My Media Prime devraient être subventionnées pour pouvoir offrir aux Camerounais des émissions qui vont dans le sens de les sensibiliser, de les informer. Je ne suis pas contre. Même si à côté de ça, il y a que les chaînes de télévision beaucoup plus francophones sont plongées dans la facilité, dans la dictature du débat. Parce que quand je regarde la configuration de notre plateau ce soir, c'est plus un plateau d'échange. Et c'est bien. C'est bien parce que ça permet aux Camerounais qui nous regardent d'apprendre sur le trafic illicite, le commerce illicite, la contrefaçon, la contrebande. Parce que derrière, voyez-vous, on a donné l'impression depuis pratiquement 10 ans à la jeunesse africaine que celui qui réussit, c'est celui qui a un immeuble de 10 niveaux. Celui qui réussit, c'est celui qui a la plus belle voiture de Douala. Celui qui réussit, c'est celui qui a le plus beau costume sur un plateau. Et quand vous regardez, je vais parler comme au quartier, hein. Même dans nos villages, on appelle qui président?
C'est lui qui a l'argent, non?
Même dans nos réunions, qui est aujourd'hui président dans nos réunions? Le chef de village vient mettre le chef de communauté à Douala. Il met qui? Celui qui a l'argent. Et donc, l'enfant grandit. Regardez les étudiants aujourd'hui. J'ai la chance d'être enseignant dans les universités privées. Mais qu'est-ce qu'on a aujourd'hui comme modèle même? Les enfants se rendent compte que j'ai bac plus 4, bac plus 5, je chôme. Alors qu'une petite fille prend sa poitrine, elle met sur Facebook comme ça, et le soir, elle garde la forte au runner dehors. Et elle dit, moi, je veux aussi devenir influenceuse. Donc, il faut redéfinir en Afrique le prototype même du média en termes de formation, en termes d'offres télévisuelles. Vous voyez ce que je veux dire? Ce n'est pas simplement de se dire, ah, mais regardez, quand le Cameroun n'avait que la SIATV, quand le Cameroun n'avait que la SIATV de G20 Mendozé, il faut prendre la partie de lui, parce qu'avant lui, le directeur qui était là n'était pas trop connu de la petite jeunesse. L'offre télévisuelle était stricte. Le jeune garçon qui voulait apprendre comment on drague une fille devait attendre dimanche pour regarder Beverly Hills. Mais le grand qui était déjà les aînés avait le jeudi soir pour regarder Melrose Place. Mais nous les enfants, on avait Tarzan, le roi Léo, tout ça, pour se détendre. Mais aujourd'hui, tu regardes la télévision, il faudrait au niveau des États fermés. Je vais vous prendre un exemple. J'ai un chef qui va au Rwanda et dans son hôtel, la nuit, il a envie de regarder une chaîne forte. Mais c'est verrouillé. C'est fermé. Et il appelle au niveau de l'hôtel de la guérite pour dire, mais je n'ai pas de possibilité de regarder les chaînes que je veux. On lui dit, non, non, il y a toutes ces chaînes-là, mais il faut payer. Et il se rend compte que le prix pour payer et regarder une chaîne forte est pratiquement le prix de sa chambre d'hôtel. Et il dit, non, non, moi je préfère rester tranquille. Or, quand vous regardez dans les pays francophones, rien que le smartphone, le crédit de 100 francs, j'ai accès à plus de 2000 chaînes fortes. Quand je dis chaînes fortes, c'est pas pudeur. Pour ceux qui nous regardent, pour ne pas dire vraiment les mots dus à la télévision. 2000, 3000, 5000 en mettant les mégas de 100 francs. MTN ou Orange, ici sur mon smartphone, j'ai droit à plus de 3000. En Afrique francophone, non, ce n'est pas bon. Et vous voyez que ça fait que tout le monde aujourd'hui se dit, peu importe le moyen, pourvu que je deviens riche. Et je peux donc avoir mon studio que je loue à Coton, mais derrière le studio, je pars en Kouloulou, j'achète 3 fûts, je prends un gars qui a appris la plomberie, il vient, il me fait les connexions comme ça, et je deviens un producteur de produits brassicoles. Je produis la boisson, je produis le vin. Ce n'est pas mauvais si le vin là va s'appeler Choumi vin. Là, on va dire à Choumi, bon, viens certifier, on va vérifier. Mais comme Choumi sait que c'est le mauvais vin, c'est fait avec de la mauvaise eau, c'est fait avec le mauvais conditionnement. Choumi va maintenant prendre et ça va s'appeler Bordeaux, Grand Cru de Bordeaux, Grand Giscourt, tout ça. Non. Oui, oui, comme les Camerounais aiment ça, on va acheter et on va mettre dans des... Et c'est ça qui est mauvais. Et c'est pourquoi, je le dis, quand on dit la tolérance administrative, oui, je suis d'accord qu'il y a la tolérance administrative. Mais ceux qui se plaignent devraient comprendre que s'il faut vraiment visser pour que chacun ne fasse que son travail, ce sera davantage plus dur. Et il le faut. Il le faut pour sauver des vies. Vous avez aujourd'hui, la contrefaçon c'est dans tous les domaines, même des écoles. Je suis allé dans une école à Bilongué, je ne veux pas la citer, mais vous voyez l'école, le niveau. L'école n'a pas de cours de récréation. Vous voyez les toilettes. Mais non, et vous voyez un enfant qui grandit dans ça, il va faire comment? Il se dit que c'est la norme. Parce que j'ai fréquenté dans ce type d'environnement-là, il comprend immédiatement que lui, psychologiquement, il est préparé. Et d'ailleurs, ce sont des indicateurs psycho-affectifs et même psychographiques. C'est-à-dire qu'à force de voir ça, il se dit que c'est comme ça que ça doit être. Et il vit avec ça, il grandit avec ça, et il défend même ça. Il se retrouve à pratiquer ça. Et c'est extrêmement dangereux. C'est pourquoi, au niveau de l'État central, à chaque fois, même dans son discours à la nation, le chef de l'État, Paul Biya, rappelle qu'il est important que chacun joue son rôle pour préserver des vies, pour sauver des vies, pour sauver notre éducation. Je sors en embrayant sur ce que disait Barista tout à l'heure. La contrefaçon, c'est 100 milliards chaque année. La contrebande, c'est 200 milliards chaque année. Le carburant frelaté, c'est 285 milliards. Vous voyez, si vous prenez seulement ça. Les médicaments, c'est 430 milliards. Vous voyez là, vous avez au moins, et vous pouvez citer comme ça le bois, partout. Vous avez plus de 2000, 1500 à 2000 milliards de francs CFA qui échappent au contrôle de l'État et qui auraient pu nous permettre en 2 ans, en 3 ans, d'être une nation émergente.
Good evening, I'm Nyando Gift from Idina, vote from Bonge Cooperative Credit Union. Good evening, I'm Victor from Bamenda. Tingo Credit Union is good. Good evening, Mr. Kum Leonard. My name is Dan Wani Humphrey. I vote from Bengui Cooperative Credit Union. Good evening, Mr. Leo. I'm Mona Cletus Sator from Bamenda, voting from Bamumbu Credit Union. Cyprian Taniform from Bamenda, my phone Quen. Voting... Oops. Okay, Mr. Leo, concerning these fake breweries in the country, are you trying to tell us that the authorities of this country are not aware of the drinks from doubtful sources found all over our markets, and all these fake breweries passes through our customs before entering our country? So, Barrister ASHU, you go and tell the government that there are drinks in our markets like Bullet, Armor Cars, Hero, just to name a few. Where are they from? Okay. Thank you, Cyprian Taniform. Good evening, Mr. Leo. My name is Nausi James. I vote for Azuri Cooperative Credit Union. Mr. Leo, I vote for Azuri Cooperative Credit Union. I'm writing from my 4. Hello, Mr. Leo. Good evening. Kudos for the nice work you're doing. I vote for Bailey Credit Union. Good evening. I am voting for Tingo Cooperative Credit Union. I'm voting from Babcool. This one says I'm voting from Tarikon Credit Union. I vote for Mitanian Credit Union. Good evening. I'm voting for Azuri Cooperative Credit Union. Okay. Senior Barrister, we are going to be looking at what extra measures can, as a motivating factor, from the breweries themselves for greater control on our streets and in our neighborhoods.
Thank you.
Should they work strictly with the Ministry of Commerce, or should they reinforce the quality control departments of our councils, or go an extra mile, maybe come up with something unique just for that purpose?
Yeah, thank you. Before I touch your question, let me look at something which we've been handling here. I want to look at, you see, the Ministry of Health. Ministry of Health has been from time to time publishing a list of drugs that should no longer be consumed by Cameroonians. I think that's a very good example, because once this publication is made, the citizens themselves know that no, this Amodiaquin is no longer good. Please, so I'm just taking an example. For instance, Amodiaquin should no longer be consumed. So people will abstain from that. I think in this, the case of these breweries, these wines that are in the market, beers, wines, and spirits that are in the market, a similar exercise by the Ministry of Commerce will go a long way to help the population to know which of these drinks to consume or not to consume. Well, there was, I think, this, is it Noah, this PCRN parliamentarian who had a problem with her products. Good, something like that, you see. Noel Foster. You see, they should come out and inform the public that, look, this one is not good for your consumption. This is not authorized. So if you see it, don't buy it. I think that is really good. Now, when I come back to your answer to your question, you want to know what the breweries themselves can do. I think the breweries have to indulge in a lot of advertisement that is geared towards boosting the quality of their products, the content and the quality of their products. and then how to identify their products.
Yes, because my question is, now, on a saisi les gars qui sont en train de fabriquer quelque chose qui est semblable à HAP et les autres, or maybe other products like the whiskey. What stops these guys that when you arrest, come on TV, go on radio, explain to the people that this
what makes your own different from the others?
Yes.
Good. I think they have to indulge in advertisement that should educate the public as to how to identify their products from the others. And the advantages that they have to consume their products and not the others.
Maybe a difference in taste, maybe a difference in the way
I think so. Yeah, that's really the point.
Je veux juste accompagner maintenant ce qu'il dit. Écoutez, je pense que la presse aussi a un véritable problème. Je prends un exemple. Quand on regarde les émissions sur des chaînes de England, Angleterre, Allemagne, France, on voit des enquêtes. Chez nous, le problème c'est quoi? C'est que comme l'autre jour, le sous-préfet est descendu sur le terrain, les journalistes ont accompagné le sous-préfet. Derrière, chacun a émargé son PDM. Derrière, il n'y aura plus de suivi. Conséquent, ne soyez pas surpris que dans 3-4 mois, que cette usine-là relance. Donc la presse doit faire un travail de suivi. Et les journalistes doivent apprendre aussi à concevoir des émissions qui vont dans le sens de l'éducation des masses populaires. Et ces émissions maintenant peuvent être accompagnées par des annonceurs et aussi donc par l'État. Or, je vous dis que chez les anglophones, c'est bien. Quand vous regardez comment la configuration des chaînes des anglophones est faite, c'est bien. Mais quand vous regardez la configuration des chaînes chez les francophones, 6h, 9h, débat. 9h, 12h, débat. Et le débat, c'est quoi? Kamto, bien. Kamto va prendre Bakassi, bien ne peut pas. Bien durer au pouvoir, bien doit partir. Oh, c'est Kamto qui peut. Matin, midi, soir, chez les francophones. C'est pourquoi c'est dangereux. Pourquoi? Parce que malheureusement, la population, l'immense majorité est francophone. Où est-ce que je veux dire? Donc, conséquence, on se retrouve dans la dictature du débat. Regardez notre plateau. C'est un plateau d'échange. Ce n'est pas un plateau de débat, j'ai raison, tu as raison. Non. SDF n'est pas bon. Non. CPDM est bon. Non. Et chez les francophones, c'est ça du matin au soir, même à la radio.
Yes. How do we enforce these moves? Because the government is doing some dismantling here and there in Bafoussam, in Yaoundé, maybe in... But we still have the guys. How do we intensify this fight?
Yes, Mr. Leo, considering the fact that the government is putting in enormous efforts in dismantling all these fraudulent syndicates who are proliferating our markets with fraudulent products, we must add to the fact that the government should stop its complacence in administrative tolerance and be able to hammer on a few individuals so that the rest can learn a lesson. Because you would bear with me that when you agree with me that a few months ago in 2022, some unscrupulous citizens were arrested around the New Bell neighborhood producing fake Guinness products. If the government came out in the public, judge these people and sentence them to very intensive jail terms, it would have deterred these others who were caught in Bafoussam the other day, because it is this complacency that is encouraging others to continue, because they think that they can always play around the rules and regulations. They can always beat about with the laws of this land. I think that it is hard jail terms, stringent measures from the government will be able to deter the rest of all those who are into these illicit types of business to be able to walk out of it, without which there is no way rather than doing that.
Okay, there's no other way rather than doing that. But how do we also get the population better involved in denouncing these guys?
Yes.
We intensify education?
It goes without any gainsaying that the population plays a major role in accepting all these illicit companies to be operating because it operates in their backyard, and they aren't playing their role as bona fide citizens of this country.
And it plays on their health.
To denounce it, whereas at the end of the day, they are the people who suffer the consequences because you consume these products, and the government is losing a lot. You bear with me that it plays a lot on the economy of this country and the budget. The government puts in a lot of subventions in terms of medications for this country. They put in a lot of subventions in terms of fuel. And all these fake companies are benefiting from these subventions, and they are not paying taxes to the government. It is detrimental to the citizens of this country because they are producing, they are deriving dividends from illicit trade, and they are benefiting from the benevolence of the government because they transport their goods and services with fuel that has been subvented by the government, yet they don't pay taxes. When they fall sick, they benefit from the system in hospitals where the government is paying subventions, whereas they are not paying taxes. The tax returns are not coming back to the government. It becomes very detrimental to the system. And we have to institute and reinforce civic education. Cameroonians should know that when they work and collaborate with the government will work in their favor. We should not always think that we will sit and complain that the government is not doing this and that, whereas we are not facilitating and helping the government to meet its responsibilities.
I'm Tamnjong. I vote for Ngokutunja Credit Union. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Gerard watching from Dubai. Okay, good evening to you, Gerard. I vote for the Cooperative Credit Union as the best credit union. Notowo Ferdinand Zimem Mulan Quarter, Bamenda, Northwest region of Cameroon. My name is Awon Sang James from Bamenda. Alukol is the best credit union in Cameroon. I vote for Bamumbu Cooperative Credit Union, Bakukup Asungwi. Bienvenue, writing from Buddha. Good evening, sir. I'm voting for Babcool, the leading name in microfinance. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Good job you guys are doing that. I vote for Limbe Urban Council Cooperative Credit Union Limited. Anne is writing from Limbe. Good evening to all of you watching us from Limbe, the chief town of Fako Division, the city of friendship. I vote for Babcool. I vote for Njindom Cooperative Credit Union. Mongo Living is writing from Bamenda. My name is Tiku and I vote for ASHU Cooperative Credit Union. Good evening, Mr. Leo. The industry should work with the Consumers Protection Institution to fish out counterfeit products. I vote for Bamenda Police Credit Union. Ruth is writing from Bamenda. Good evening, Mr. Leo, and to everyone in the house. This is Christelle from Moyuka. So I have a worry. There was a man around here who buys beer bottles but doesn't work in any brewery nor in any bar. What I don't know is what he does with the beer bottles, because lots of children steal bottles to sell to him. These are the type of people who supply to the fake breweries, guys. What about those who buy rubbing oil containers and glycerin bottles? Yes, you should denounce them, please. Just go, they should not know that you are the one. Go to the authorities behind and denounce these things. Mr. Leo, good evening, Happy New Year. This is Kate. I vote for Ntarikon Credit Union. Big time, Mr. Leo, with respect to fake commodities. I bought fake Mayo granite oil at Marché Central at the same price that the good one is being sold. I only noticed it when I was about to cook. Something needs to be done. Okay, Sandra writing from Limbeck. Good evening to you. My best credit union in Cameroon is Menka Green Valley Cooperative Credit Union Limited. Okay. I vote for Bamboo Credit Union. Tani Julie Manchop writing from Guso in Yaoundé. I vote all free will for Babcool. Okay. I vote for Menka Green Valley Cooperative Credit Union. This one says I vote for Bamboo Credit Union. Patanimo Michael writing from Limbe. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Good evening. The government should also check this fake groundnut oil in tangy bottles. These guys use hydrogen peroxide to bleach the oil, and this chemical is toxic to health. Thompson is writing from Bamenda. Good evening to you, Thompson. Good evening, my Media Prime TV. I vote for Bamumbu Credit Union. Okay. We are going to be wrapping up for today as far as Prime Eye is concerned. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I'm Elangwe Robert Ngwe, resident in Yaoundé. I vote for Balwe Cooperative Credit Union. Wow. We have almost every village has a credit union. But going by the statistics that we have here, since Monday, we've had more than 50 credit unions voted for already, and we have some that are leading. I'll try to get the CCC. What is CCC?
CCC is not there. Nobody has voted for CCC.
Who is CCC? Which is CCC?
Community Credit Union.
No, the CCC is
it's not a village credit union.
They are not a credit union.
They are operating on basis of tribalism. If you just added a village to it,
I don't know whether
a big credit union. So not a credit
I don't know whether CCC is.
Is it a bank?
I don't know.
It's a credit union.
Microfinance, yeah. But we are going to be any. But for statistics' sake, since Monday, the leading credit union, according to our viewers, is Azeri Cooperative Credit Union. We have Bamenda Police Cooperative Credit Union. We have Mitanyen Cooperative Credit Union. We have Bamumbu Cooperative Credit Union, that is also very solicited. So we have Alu Cooperative Credit Union. We have Tarikon Cooperative Credit Union, but also the Menka Green Valley Cooperative Credit Union, that is highly solicited by our viewers. Tomorrow we are going to have opportunity to see collect votes, on Friday we are going to announce who the winner is. Merci d'être passé par ici à AUREOLE.
C'est un plaisir. C'est un plaisir, et je voudrais juste rappeler aux citoyens qu'il est important de dénoncer. Chaque fois que quelqu'un mène une activité, que des camions viennent garer, on décharge, on charge, on produit des choses, si vous estimez que c'est de nature douteuse, il faut saisir les autorités. C'est très important de collaborer.
Thank you to welcome Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Leo. I see. I think we need some administrative backing. I want to put myself in the place of a custom officer who sees these products coming in from Nigeria, from all these other countries. On what basis is he going to seize them and keep? On what basis? If there is no administrative order given to him that this type of product should not enter, I think the administration has to do something and come up with some guidelines to help the custom officials.
Okay. I'm Lucas, writing from Melong. I vote for Ngokotunja Cooperative Credit Union. Good evening, sir. I'm Franklin from Tombel. I must say our government needs to do more. Good evening, sir, and everyone in the house. I vote for Aziri. Good evening, my Media Prime. I vote for Bamenda Police Cooperative Credit Union. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I'm Nyungu EMMANUEL. I vote for Mbonge. We want to thank you, Mr. SIAKA, for coming too.
Yes, Mr. Leo, as a conclusive statement, I want to say that the government of this country is doing its fundamental best to be able to let Cameroonians live in good health and consume good products, but it is left for the citizens to join the government in this effort in bringing good health and prosperity to this nation by denouncing those people who are prolificating our markets with fake products, because as a matter of fact, that lady in the market there who is using formol to ripen plantains, that is causing fibroid and cancer, the government would not know until the market women denounce it. That woman who is using that formol must be denounced, and if they do so, that's how we are going to progress in this nation in peace, in unity and prosperity. We must be able to say the truth and say it when it is necessary.
Okay, we want to thank you all for watching. We want to plead, if there is a possibility for the management of Alu Cooperative Credit Union to get to us, we'll be happy. And also Bamumbu Cooperative Credit Union, if you can get to us, please, you can get to me through our number Aziri. Also, we please, we would like to get in touch with the management of Ziri Cooperative Credit Union, as well as Mitanyen Cooperative Credit Union. We would like to get in touch with them. Most of those who have been participating, lots of votes have come in. We would love to have your contact so that we can stay in touch. Thank you all for watching this evening. Take another rendezvous tomorrow. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.